Ooh, it's all purple. That's cool. Hey, another guy, another person.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel Garrote business again?
I gotta say, even though you got an attitude, it's nice that I came into the city and wasn't immediately shot in the stomach. That depends. You gonna do something that requires an intervention?
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fior. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Suppose the Valians don't like Adirans telling them their own business, huh?
If their experiments are affecting Adiran interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests.
What are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Yeah.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
I don't think so, but maybe sarcasm does. Is it another bounty board? It is. Hey.
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the Living Lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
Well, technically there are two godlikes here, but I convinced one to leave, at least. I'll return when I have bounties to collect. You just told me your
I hope to see you
business.
soon.
Okay, I don't know what you just said. Beldereno. A reward will be given for killing the Earth Blight known as Beldereno. A number of rangers and settlers perished in a natural disaster, and now their souls are bound together in agony incarnated as the Blight. Please put them out of their misery. To claim your reward, return proof of your kill to Martella. Okay.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Saimiko. Becoming part of a Blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
These guys are very clearly using a language that's like romantic inspiration, like Aimiko. Now though, okay, the trends. Oh. A reward will be given for killing the notorious Tranton bandit gang located in the Western Forest. These outlaws are responsible for a number of raids on outlying farms. Someone needs to ensure that these raids end for good. To claim your reward, return proof of your kills to Martella. Yeah.
Oh, the Trantons. A bunch of butzos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Like, Just Cause 3 did the same thing. Had, like, some very vaguely Spanish/Italian language in it that was just thrown out a lot. Old Nuna. Oh, another one. A reward will be given for killing the ancient and dangerous bear that has taken up residence within the grotto. Some citizens familiar with the region's history recognize this bear as Old Nuna, the beast responsible for the deaths of many rangers.
Be careful with Old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Yeah, and she was drawn with, like, mushrooms on her, so I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Okay, and bounty for Delemgan. A reward will be given for killing a group of Delemgan within the Western Forest. They've been acting more aggressive lately, attacking rangers on patrol and researchers in the field. Okay.
Ah, those Delemgan. They are not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, ne?
Yeah, what about these Zarups? A reward will be given for killing the Zarups that have taken up residence at the abandoned farms northwest of Fior. If those farms are ever to be reclaimed, the Zarups will need to be driven away from the land. Okay. You got nothing to say about them? Alright, well, whatever. Fletchia's dispatch. Wanted. Sansa, a cartographer in Paradis, has reported his assistant Fletchia missing in the Emerald Stair. A reward will be given for the return of Fletchia's cartographic notes. Below is her last correspondence, posted to provide clues to her whereabouts. Good day to you, Sansa. I hope this letter finds you well. I am pleased to report new progress on my charts of the Emerald Stair. I have taken up near a curious ruin the locals call Naku Tedek. Godless, perhaps? I will note it. Such architecture I have never seen. I know I should be diligent and focus on my work, but I cannot help worrying that my presence here is a burden. Though the Fiorans welcome me warmly, it is clear they have fallen on hard times. I hope to finish quickly. I am yet another mouth to feed. Kind regards. Fletcher. You don't have anything to say about that either. Okay. So this is Fior Mes Ivèrno. It's kind of small. I see a couple quests that I want to look at. If we look at the map of the stair, we got the Zorops are up north on this side of the bridge. The Earthblights are on a little island. This is where the big mountain was, though, so that might be its own exploration. Then you got the Trantons, the Dilemgan, the Revenant, Thomas Cabin. Okay, we got a lot of stuff to do here. And we got Thorn Fruit, stealing your goods, and your cooked chicken leg.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
You got spoiled stuff all over. Hello, Honest Emil.
Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal assets.
Yeah, I assume the fact that I can't interact with you is a pointed decision. Hey there, Rosanna, follow.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
You know, you're the second person I've seen in this area that has that hair that, like, bounces up when I start talking to you because you were looking down. What prayer were you reciting just now?
I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
I don't think Fior's problems couldn't possibly have anything to do with angry spirit. I don't want to like reject her spirituality that much. Imagine Fior's problems have kept you too busy. Yeah, that sounds like one. I'd imagine Fior's problems have kept you too busy to complete the rituals. Huh?
Exactly the case. With everything happening and my own advanced age, I have had trouble keeping up. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Did you steal this food from the larders?
I did, yes. With things the way they are, there was no other way to get what I need for the ritual. If I didn't think this was important, I wouldn't have taken the food. But this ritual is the key to everything. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead.
Huh. If this helps Fior's problem, I suppose it's all worth it.
I believe it will change everything for the better. I believe it with all my heart. The crops will grow again. The dream scourge will end. All will be well once more.
Well, this is far from the craziest thing we've done today. Let's do it.
I like your spirit. I feel better about this already. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Who rests there?
Loggers from the old days.
Oh, I saw this
They
grave.
sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
Who wanders there?
They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stair's wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fior, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
What can you tell me about the final grave?
Such a tragedy. A young family lost their lives there as the wilds encroached, swallowed before they could even flee.
Well, maybe this will help you find some peace as well.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Okay, she's clearly it's hard to say whether she's delusional, actually, because, like, we have had direct contact with the afterlife. You know, the gods do exist definitively in this world, so it's hard to say, at least harder to say whether or not this actually has an impact. I've always found that kind of funny, you know, like, in the Elder Scrolls series, for example, there are definitely ghosts and undead spirits that you can speak with. So there's almost not as much reason to be, like, sad about people dying, you know? Hey, a small book. I'm stealing this person's book. The reduced size of this book indicates it was made for the hands of kith smaller than you. Despite this, the book is still easy enough to read. An old faded bookmark denotes a favorite passage. At the sound of heavy footfalls approaching, and then moving past Cordhune's hideaway, he couldn't help but smile affectionately. His lover had never been very observant, so it was no surprise that the dwarf had missed the hidden entrance despite Cordhune's instructions. The young Orlin, diminutive even among his own people, leaned forward and poked his head up between the curtains. His voice was an amused whisper as he called out, "Vansar, down here." Cordhune stifled a laugh as Vansar jumped in surprise at the voice behind him. The dwarf's annoyance quickly faded to an amused acceptance as he saw the light clear as day on his Orlin paramour's face. "Fui tu, Cordhune. Cordhune, you nearly scared me straight to Barath's realm." They spelled his name wrong. In between these two, that they swapped the W and the H. Cordhune rolled his eyes at the exaggeration and quickly darted back into the hideaway. Moments later, Vansar's grunts heralded his entrance into Cordhune's small den. Is that a euphemism? It was a cozy little place tucked into the outer walls of the sea, full of pillows and a single dim lantern turned down low. Cordhune gave Vansar a small kiss on the cheek once the dwarf had finished squeezing his way into the den. Yeah, that sounds like a euphemism. "Sorry about the shock, really," Cordhune said, "but seeing you jump like that was pretty funny anyway. What do you think? Not a bad place to hide, huh?" Vansar looked around thoughtfully. He couldn't help but begrudgingly admit it was a cozy little place to pass an evening. Not that he'd say as much to Cordhune, of course, he simply shrugged. "Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud, Vansar," Cordhune teased. "Guess I'll just have to prove how nice of a hideout it is, huh?" Without waiting for a response, Cordhune dove at Vansar, catching him by surprise, tackling him to the ground. As their lips met, Norland fur entwined with dwarven beard, the pair felt truly home. It's a small book about small people in love. What's this letter? "Darling, I wish you could have joined me this time. I understand Vidaro needs his hand held at the best of times, let alone during the onset of the famine, but still, ruins are a little more beautiful with you here to explain things to. Of course, you can't join me now, even if Vidaro suddenly grew incompetent. I've explored this ruin thoroughly, and I'm sure the locals are sick of me by now. So don't miss me too much, dear. I'll be home soon. Yatsley." Oh, this is the little horny furry lady. That explains the book. Oh, okay. Okay. Just has her smut on the table.
Is your soul cracked like an old teacup? Buy a crystal today.
No. What's this? Quilichi's Journal 2. The crop is ruined. There's no denying it now. The dream skirt has come to Emerald Stair. Vidaro insists on feigning ignorance. He wants to prevent panic. But we are losing precious time. Lives could be lost. What's more, Giada has become restless in Fior Mes Ivèrno. I must remind myself that I once found myself aching for the promise of something greater. I can still hear Yadzli's voice that first night at Nakutedik. Our future is a blaze of risk, isn't that wonderful? But this time I cannot run. Vidaro cares little for animancy or legacy. His comfort is liking, is king. I keep asking myself what the point of all this is if we abandon animancy at the first sign of struggle. Okay. And then the journal 3. Am I missing a journal 1? Or did I read it back at the other place? Anyways, journal 3. I fear the worst. For days now, Giada and I passed the gates before sunrise to record the essence in Emerald Stair soil. The results are erratic and unpredictable. The crop, once green and plentiful, is wilted and smells of decay. The wildlife shows signs of strain. A bear emerged from the hibernation months early, completely rabid. We found several sparrows fallen on the floor, dead without any signs of attack or cause, the symptom of a larger disease. This is wild. Oh, there's the number 1. Today, Talu approached me at the market, a bundle of greens in hand. At first glance I thought his crops had withered with the usual rot, but upon further inspection, the mold shimmered with a strange gloss. I brought the bundle back to my shop for immediate testing. Okay. Huh. There's a shop up there. Let's go up to the upper level of the city. Oh, hey, little upper level of this spot. Boink. This is the Gifted Magpie. Oh, I'm on the upper stair. Crumpled letter, huh? Dear Lien, you would love it. Len, you'd love it here. The Living Lands is quite the vacation spot. Even the small mushrooms are as large as the giant mushrooms. They remind me of Mora. Poor sad Mora and her mushroom-riddled face. Oh, I haven't met any dragons yet, but I will let you know the instant I do. Then we can both have dragons. Animancy is so much fun. One of the locals sat me down in front of his machine and told me that my soul is shaped like an orb. Can you believe that? I offered him a signed copy of my famous spell, Tane's Chaotic Orb, but he said no thanks. His loss, right? Do you still have the locket I gave you? Whenever you're feeling lonely, don't forget to open it and think of me, and maybe right back. Your friend, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Len hates it when I talk about myself, and when I call her Len and everything about me, but I will get on her good side even if it kills me, which it might if the Living Lands doesn't kill me first. Well, that's interesting. Stu! Skipping that book.
Giada's causing trouble at the governor's mansion again.
Ooh!
Must admit she has a point. We should do something about the Dream Scourge. Not simply wait for it to pass.
Be careful with that kind of talk. The governor has ears all over town.
I didn't know that. What is this? I just want to look through. Okay, farming in the Emerald Stair with animancy. That's neat. Just don't touch the machines, you'll be fine. Don't worry if the farmers don't breathe, otherwise it's normal. So what, this upper level doesn't have stairs down? These little glasses keep tripping me up because I think they're like outlined, you know, the same way the loot is. Oh, A Dangerous Legacy by Arthur Castell. Fior Mes Ivèrno is a dangerous legacy. We exploit the land for its riches, but our way of life is only a generation old. Our children will inherit an ecosystem they barely understand because we barely understand it. Despite our success, I worry for the future. The animancers who planted these seeds will not be the ones who harvest whatever grows. Okay. Also, I'm taking this drink. Oh, so I just sort of explored and found the back door. Kind of like Yadzli's book over there. Hey.
Would you care for a refreshment?
Hey, what's up, Actor Brewer?
If you are looking for sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
What is that smell?
Cloves, cinnamon, and anise are just a few of the remedies that help foster a peaceful environment. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
You must see a lot of animancers. It did not sound like he said cinnamon. Hello, Drillian. What did it sound like he said? Oh, wait, I already know what you're going for. You must see a lot of animancers around here. How are you doing?
Anxiety keeps me in business. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Speaking of which, I could really use a cup of tea.
Regrettably, we are out of tea.
Shit.
My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
Well, let's see what you got. Oh, a treasure map. Definitely getting that. Good ranger's prepared for any challenge, but the best ranger has snacks on hand. Hell yeah. Now that I have retired, I have no further need for my coat of many pockets. Use it in good health, though mind the crumbs and the smell of cheese. Okay. Oh. I'll have to remember this big old building. You got a lot of ingredients, and then you got a fine robe and a war mage's bracer. Minus 10% ability essence cost, plus 15% shock damage. Do I have like a war mage? I can't tell. It would be in my pack by now. My stash. These delicate-looking golden bracers are in actuality quite durable. Channeling electricity while wearing them is drastically more potent and should only be done so if there is a thick layer of clothing between these bracers and their wearer. When particularly powerful spells are channeled, however, the gold can grow so hot that it scorches the wearer even through their clothing. I'm not playing a mage, and that sounds like a bad time, so, no thank you. Do I have anything to sell? I do! All these dang gems. I've got a lot of foods. A lot of jewelries. Oh, I do have my stuff with me. I haven't found a war mage thing, though. Okay. Bonk. Hey, I'm stealing this money that's just sort of sitting here.
Spirits are truly wonderful, powerful, self-aware, and reach with
Dude,
insight.
get out of the way.
Insight, you say?
Indeed. The spirits have access to lifetimes of knowledge.
A little knowledge would do me good right about now. A pity I must wait until I'm dead.
See, even she's like, what the hell is this guy doing right in front of me? Frustrated scrawl. Soul's Rain of Essence. Essence is made of. Why are hostile spirits visible to the naked eye? Undiscovered gods. Mapping the beyond. Soul compass. Is that something? How to hide our work from the gods. Tea? Soul tea? If I don't settle on a dissertation topic, my mentor is going to kill me. Hey. There's another quest. You see it on the map.
Careful,
It's time.
or we'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already thrown out. Really? Huh. And when did that happen? Can't say as I remember. You, my friend, need some water.
Okay. They got thrown out of the bar. What a bunch of nerds. Journal of Valentio Casanueva. Among animantic notes and scribbles is a brief excerpt that catches the attention. I have gained much in my latest initiative, and I have enjoyed myself despite my misgivings. Still, soon will come the day when I no longer need to court either of them, and I do long to return to my sweet solitude. Until then, however, I must work. While Cynia's work remains inscrutably meticulous, I have liberated the innovations I feel would be most beneficial to my own goals. And while I bristle at Isalia's continued frivolity, her insights under the influence of drink have proven that her notes contain value I could not find elsewhere. It could be said that neither deserves the ill that I am doing to them, but I argue that both will benefit by seeing their work brought to light, even if credit is never received where it is due. Dang. I'm getting a feeling these animancers are Unscrupulous. I say as I steal a health potion off of a box in the street.
One job, but I couldn't even do that.
Oh, you must be pretty bad at this, huh?
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Oh god, the options I have are great. Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here?
I don't know.
I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
But I hope you're doing alright out there, nerd. Where's the rest of your squad? Shouldn't you be out on patrol?
I'd like to be. They're out searching. Someone had to hold down the fort. My 2 youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
Have they disappeared before? I mean, they've disappeared before, haven't they?
3 times this month. They're going to be the death of me. They're besotted. I can't get them to think about anything else. Belena and Adelaro were my most promising recruits.
Oh.
Now, all they do is sneak off to...
The options again are great. Get to know each other?
I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
These two are more than just subordinates to you, aren't they?
Malena's father and I were comrades in arms years ago. When she enlisted, I swore I'd try to keep her safe. That was all. I couldn't even do that.
Well, Rud and Game do leave tracks. They shouldn't be hard to find.
God's sakes. They're not deer. They're just a pair of lovesick fools. The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
They probably found their own
Young
bed.
men Dootin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
It's been 3 days, but alright.
Pour you a drink, good like?
Hold on, I want to read this note someone left on the table. Adelaro, my love, I want to see you again. What about our patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Aina, though. She went straight to the captain last time, Belena. Oh, those are the two I'm looking for. Wonder if he read this note and that's why he's like, oh god, I'm drinking. Hey, Zavi Brewer.
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
I don't know what you tried to say there. Was that I'm back, but like backwards? Or am back? Okay. The S's became the A's. That kind of made sense. How are you doing? Hope you're okay. Animancers never know when to shut their mouths. Well, I'm looking for an animancer. You know one?
You can't take a piece in the fjord without spotting an animancer.
Where are you pissing?
But finding an animancer you can trust, that's harder. I try Quilici and the Giata. They are the only animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
And where are they?
Outside and up the stairs. They're arguing with Vidaro. Just follow the profanity.
Oh, I've told that before. What do you have to sell? Buying all your lockpicks. That's just an instant decision. Everything else is food. And I'm pretty good on food. So, yeah.
Welcome back, envoy.
The crops ruined. All of them.
Can anything be done?
Bly thinks I ought to give up farming, leave Emerald Stair.
And the animancers are useless. You heard them arguing out there.
Mindless academics, the whole lot of them.
Uh-huh. Well. What kind of map marker do I have for that? Oh, there's where the missing rangers things are looking at. Okay. Doing alright, chilling, trying to get back into a diet, feeling hungry. How am I? I'm okay. Just okay at the moment. Having fun with the game, though. I'm finally not in Dawnshore, so that's pretty cool. Just sort of exploring this little city. Very, Italian/romantic inspired. What's up, Monto Pastor?
Excuse me, but I'm tad busy.
Good, at least heard good things about the game so far. Hell yeah. This thing's missing a dragon heart, or is it like a dragon heart? What you got here? Some sort of nerd stuff. This doesn't seem directly related to the story for now, so I'm just scrolling through slowly, and I'm gonna bypass this for now. Forget-me-not tonic. Instructions for use. Take 1 cupful of approximately 1 hour before beginning tedious activity. If administered correctly, time should appear to pass more quickly and tasks should feel more tolerable. Side effects include amnesia surrounding the dosage period. Still down? Yeah, hell yeah. Game night today. Moonrakers, yeah.
Something. I can't let anyone else discover this.
What?
Envoy. I'm sorry. I'm not in a place to talk right now.
Is this a library? But you look exhausted. When's the last time you slept?
I'm not concerned with that. Not now. Yesterday, I made an incredible discovery. We can use half as much Adra to achieve the same results. And then I thought, what if one day it's a third, a quarter, a speck?
Oh, you know, if you don't give your time body to rest, your body's going to take that time away from you. I don't follow, though. Wouldn't that be a good thing?
No. To harness these forces for so small a price is too much power. Who knows what kind of chaos we'll create? I have been reading Athelmir's treatise on Wotica. Perhaps she's right. Maybe animancy should be reined in.
I can't use my might, because I'm not strong enough to use it in dialogue. Well, set an example. Show your colleagues it can be used for good.
How can I? All right. I'll do some more tests and see where they lead me. But I won't publish anything until I'm absolutely sure.
Yeah, you're probably going to die. Just saying. Oh, there was a book next to you. Hold on. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. That doesn't sound relevant. The Deadfire Archipelago was the space of the second Pillars of Eternity game. So these are probably just monsters from that game. I still need to play it. Well, yeah, that's just good scientific process. Hope he takes copious amounts of notes. Yeah! It's science if you write it down. Otherwise, it's just goofing off. Kind of like what I'm doing. As I steal from this laboratory. My Rejection of So-Called Ethics by Monto Pastor. What's with everyone having last names of, like, jobs? Animancy is a magnet for naysayers who cherish ignorance over progress and safety over opportunity. I do not deny that our art has produced some misfortune over the years. Balereach, Brackenbury, and the event at the Castell House, to name a few. Brackenbury was in Pillars of Eternity 1, I remember that. But why should these isolated incidents cast such a long shadow? When a ship sinks to the bottom of the ocean, no one forces merchants to abandon their trade. I say that we resist society's injust call to smash our machines and burn our research. We're animancers. Society is welcome to join us, but we won't hesitate to leave them in our dust. It's almost like it's historically accurate. Almost. I mean, that thing is a bit questionable. Summit meeting notes on the Deadfire event, 2829 AI. Okay, this might actually be semi-important. Topic: Spiritual disturbance in the Deadfire Archipelago, Governor Ignacio Vidal presiding. All agree that a disturbance shook the metaphysical veil between here and the beyond. Ask about capitalization. Cause of disturbance unknown, experiment gone wrong. Rumors of giant Audra statue dismissed as mass hallucination. Per Calici requests to contact Republic's associates for second opinion. Governor Vidaro denies the motion. Verdict: results inconclusive. No action required at this time.
The Audra is healthy. It's the essence I'm concerned about.
Okay.
This again. You're beginning to sound like Giata.
Have you ever stopped and listened to her? She might be onto something.
I'm sure her mother and father were onto something, and look what happened to them.
It was drugs. They were on drugs. This is more lore. I don't want to spend the entire session just reading. So I will bypass this book. Squonk. Oh, hey. Invitation. Giacomo. To my colleagues, friends, and naysayers, you are hereby invited to a demonstration of my latest achievement, that of spiritual self-combustion. Bear witness as I set fire to my very essence merely to prove that I can. Do you doubt me? Then come watch me fail. Do you trust me? Then come and watch me go out in a blaze of glory. Either way, you will be entertained. I anticipate a large and captive audience. Giacomo Filuccio. Okay. These scientists are pretty mad scientists. Oh. What am I hearing? That. What's this? The Moons of Aora. You think I look up at night? You think I care about these things? Bilafa and Caldha? Huh? I kind of do. I'll keep the book. It's over here. What's up, losers?
What do you think of Giata's theory? Well, my experiments have been a little...
unpredictable. Like, the essence has no sense of direction.
I mean, same.
How did you know?
We should talk, but not here.
There is some guy with a mushroom face right behind us, breathing down our neck, listening to our conversation. It is not good. Oh. Okay. Many pitfalls of imp husbandry. The alchemy of imp spray. On efficacy of imps. Seems like an important set of documents. I don't really care about imp alchemy. Apologies, but I am stealing your books, as always. Put them in my big library to pretend that I'm well read. Imps can learn spells? Never let them. Their bodies sponge up the essence remainder and grow exponentially larger in size. Seems like a lot of the people here just have some weird experiments going on, like there's an old dude looking into the souls of squirrels because he thinks their brains grow and shrink with the nut season, which is just fall, autumn.
Ado, welcome to the fine establishment, amico.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
What do you know about this metal? You're a blacksmith, right?
Is that Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well.
Well, what makes this metal so special?
Star metal is exceptionally dense.
Same.
It weighs much more than one would think from its size. More fascinating, however, is that this metal is suffused with dormant essence. This makes it naturally susceptible to enchantment.
Can you do anything with it?
Ah, no. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchant it. I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Galloway's Tusks. I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galloway's Tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated.
Yeah.
I bet you 5 skates of Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
No, I'm not taking that bet.
Well, that's one way to save your coin.
Is there anything else I can help you with, amigo?
Do animancers even need much weapons and armor?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fior are animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
Yeah. Oh, you got purple stuff. That's cool. You got a rare one-handed unique melee weapon called the Lodestone. It's is that the I bet that's the star metal mace he was talking about. This blocky gilded mace is a prime example of power grid artistry at work. Though the weight distribution of the weapon takes a bit of time to first get used to, there's no denying that the oversized head of the mace is brutally effective. The solid star metal core of the weapon causes it to strike with a meteoric force that few creatures can stand firm against. What does it do? Power attacks deal low stun damage to nearby enemies, and it deals extra stun. Okay. It's a pretty stunning shield. Or stunning mace. You have any cool other gear? I'm still... Oh, I have medium armor now. Right, the one with the... Is this the one that has the codpiece? Yeah, it is. Lockpicks. Stealing all your lockpicks. Buying them, technically, but you know. I will keep this.
Welcome to my fine establishment, amigo.
You said that already. Okay, these are the north. This is the north entrance out of the city. Over here, we've got more coins on the ground. This looks like it's where the argument is. So let's diverge slightly. Oh God. Another book next to a bed. I am anxious about it. Oh good, it's an apprenticed animancer's diary. Let's hope it's not just blatant romantic stuff. 7th of Terestu. I've finally done it. I'm studying at the academy. My dreams come true. The equipment here far exceeds anything available to me at home. And the knowledge. My colleagues are so brilliant. One has offered me a great boon. Ollie says he has a way of enchanting one's trousers to elevate one's performance in the bedroom. He says it's still experimental and I mustn't tell anybody, but he promises results. Perhaps I shall find a lover for keeps within this bastion of animancy and kindness. 12th of Terestu. I am confounded. My colleagues snicker as I pass. Their laughter is undeniable. I do not understand. Have I committed some great faux pas? Hopefully they can forgive my ignorance. 15th of Terestu. To do. Formulate plan to retrieve pants from atop Monto's animancy machine. Formulate plan to reclaim my honor. Exact revenge upon Oli. Perhaps the essence and larger offered in the town square? Oh, buddy. Wonder what those pants actually did. Stealing your potions and your stew. Yeah, rooftops. Oh, wow. You can see the essence traveling through the rope like a wire. Up.
What's the meaning of this?
Look at these drops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
Well, I was promised profanity, and I am disappointed. Well, let's just get this over with. Hey there.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm also looking into the Dream Scourge.
In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
I'm the Adiran envoy. Is that official enough?
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
I've seen corruption in nature, but never this advanced.
There may still be time to reverse the damage.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Well, you do. What would it take to fix this for you?
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
Hey.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
I think she knows what she's doing.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Be careful with your assumptions. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident. But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
What was that about your basement?
It's nothing. Our governor is backed into a corner and lashing out. I almost respect him for it.
Almost.
Buy me a drink sometime, and I'll tell you all about my family's basement.
Deal. But first we need to take care of the Dream Scourge. Wait, no. Ale, wine, or something stronger?
All of the above. I have a lot of forgetting to do. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Chiata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mes Ivèrno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Chiata is an outcast.
Dude, that, kind of a petty dick move. You're making a mistake, bud.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mes Ivèrno. But You haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Yep. Oh, we're just going there. Oh, no, we aren't.
Another mouth to feed. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Yeah? What's this? Missing person Maxim Vidaro. Huh. I offer a substantial reward to anyone who can locate the remains of Maxim Vidaro. He vanished in the wilderness of Emerald Stair 10 years ago. His journal is also missing. I will accept it as proof of the discovery. Maxim was our founder, my father, and a devout Skayanite. He would not have left us without good reason, so I have every reason to believe he hasn't gone far. Ignacy Vidaro, Governor of Fior Mes Ivèrno. Okay. That's pretty cool. He's running off to his bedroom to go cry, probably. Ooh, bedroom key. I have 11 lockpicks now. Nice. It's a nice little place. I like the little essence lamps, like the purple. Hey, what's up, butler?
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
That wouldn't have stopped me anyways, but thank you. That looks like a stain. What do we get here? Up here, just a balcony. Everything the light touches is your kingdom, Simba. What's that shadowy place? That's Paradise. We don't talk about it. You're in here, huh? Final Journal of Jonas. My son, tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment on Eora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months we've met by secret conclave to plot our landlord's demise, all the while working the fields as if our hearts were content. Skane teaches us to plot with the mind while keeping one's face impassive, inscrutable. Fair fights are for those with armies. The quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus. In his worship, our cause finds focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. Okay, so this is all just sort of a historical thing of Skane, who's like the god of revenge and assassination. Cool. You got a lot of books here, huh? Yeah, more Skayanite scripture. Hymnals type stuff. Estelle's copy of the Midwife's Memoirs. Oh, this was written for, like, Maximilian. This was, huh. Character-based. The title of this page is inscribed, To my beloved Estelle, in celebration of your quickening. I know how our Queen of Birds comforts you. Helia's wings bear you both on safe winds in the months to come. With love, your Maxime. My mother lived every note of life's song. Bringing me into this world was her last verse. I've seen this one before. Hold on. Yeah. I read this in the miniature Temple of Helia in Paradise. This one just had a foreword. Oh, anonymous letter. Governor Vidaro. All this talk of the dream scourge infecting the land has grown too loud to ignore. If it was just Quilici, we could see our way past it, call him senile and the discussion's over, yes? But now Giata's speaking for him, and you'd be hard-pressed to find an animancer who doesn't trust Giata Castell. To put it plainly, we demand results of one kind or another. Let the old man do his research or find some quick way to discredit him. If you're lucky, he'll discredit himself. What are you afraid of, Ignacy? We wonder. Either way this has to end. It's tearing us apart. Your father would have put a stop to it by now. With patience, your friends in town. That's the second anonymous letter we've seen like that. Here's this the dang calendar. We got months of the year. Basically just with reference to the time of the season. Okay. So Ivèrno, in Ivèrno, Winter's Dusk. Okay, that's very close to Ivèrno, the name of this dang town. Animancy in the modern age. Yeah, animancy is about controlling the life force. Ooh. And the Giada's agricultural report. Governor, My research points to one inevitable conclusion. The harvest will fail. Before you ignore me again, read on. Listen. My father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that much. What do you think will happen when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. Soil is hollow, it might even have the dream scourge. Time has come to break the bones of the living lands and set them in a more agreeable fashion. Maybe Fior Mes Ivèrno's only hope. We should discuss this in person. I'm confident you'll see reason. Best, Giada Castel. I'm not going to talk to you again, so I'm going to keep rooting through your home. Oh, look, your bedroom. Oh, look. Bedroom key. Oops. Wait, I hear... Oh, there's a chest right above that. A lockbox. Ooh. Unique medium armor. And your journal, and your soul pod, and your gemstone. What's your journal say? I'm rooting through it. I've sworn to the people, on my family's honor, that there is no dream scourge in Emerald Stair. If it exists, it cannot touch our lands. When I am alone at night, I must remind myself of that promise again and again, even if I must scream it to these empty halls. So why do I feel threads pulling away from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold it together? It's the old man and his protege, or else my imagination, but probably them. Mother's condition isn't helping my cause, neither does wine. Okay. His mother is Estelle. Ooh, nice bathtub. Ah! Get me out of here. My legs went all freaky. I'm gonna go spying in your bedroom. You little creep. Oh. Letter to my son. Ignacy, I write this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was a proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they are gone. I can feel the fog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye, Ignacy, hopefully not for long. Your mother, Estelle. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacy? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands, my hands. Ah, buddy.
I've got a powerful feeling we weren't supposed to see this.
Flower of Winter by Maxim Vidaro. The Valian Republic swindled me out of the Sangrada Ducala, denied me my born right to lead Spirento's government. I would not take such insults lying down. Skane was behind me all along, whispering into my ear, caressing my shoulder with skinless fingers. Together we sowed a revolution. Now you can actually taste the fruit it bore. I can only imagine the day Spirento awoke to discover the empty halls of academia, the pillaged libraries. Where did our brightest minds go? Where are the animancers? They blamed me, yet they had no one to blame but themselves. We journeyed to this frontier in defiance of the Valian Republics. We remain because our community is a living revolution. Proof that we can thrive without a golden chain around our necks. Okay. And hey...
My hands. My hands.
Oh.
Sharp talons.
Dream Scourge isn't here, but his mom has the Dream Scourge. That's awkward. Oof. Ooh, what's this? Party note. This note is hastily scrawled but radiates with love. LM. Hope this note finds you well. What an occasion, despite the lackluster fruit. You always were the life of the party, despite your claims otherwise. I look forward to more antics soon. Till we meet again, FB. I feel like I've probably met those people already. Also, there's a shop in this building. I thought they were above for some reason, but I haven't gone here yet.
Can I interest you in some glazeberries or better spells, perhaps?
Yeah, once I steal from you. Letter. Beautiful Hector. I write this without hope, knowing you'll never see it. Every day I come into your tea shop, watch as your lips mutter about the noise and complain about contention. Yet the only contention I feel is within my heart. I order your tea, sit in the corner as you serve other customers, but you never notice. I imagine what has captured your thoughts each time you lose focus and stare at the wall with a blank expression. Each time I wish it was me that you looked at with those glazed, blurry eyes. Forever your magpie, Abrit. Ah. Abrit Poria. Poria, what, a glass of something?
Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
Yeah. How's business going?
5 summers ago, business was thriving. But now charlatans are selling crystals and essence enlargers in the streets. Add rumors of Dream Scourge and everyone is buying from these swindlers. At least you've come in.
Well, I mean, you could profit by selling these products yourself, you know.
I could, easily. But in the long run, where would that get me? I would be no better than them.
True.
I used to believe animancers would trust science, but I'm beginning to doubt that. At least I don't have to convince you.
Well, I need some supplies. What do you got? Oh. Shiny weapons. Most of these are not unique. That one is. It's a one-handed ranged wand. Okay. Plus 5% attack damage, 30% max range, hit steal bonus shock damage. Minoletta's conduit has been built in a way to allow more efficient channeling of the magical blasts this type of weapon is known for. The techniques used to do this are known only to a small handful of master wand makers, but the effect has been described as being for wands with rifling as firearms. This particular design was first created by the Archmage Minoletta, known for her many spells that unleash missiles of pure force upon their unfortunate targets. And these would be missiles of the magic variety, which, of course, as we know, are minor missiles. Got some fine armor, you got some potions, some Adra. That's awakened Adra. It's what you use to upgrade stuff.
All ingredients are fully stocked.
The unique stuff. What is this? Oh, I have Rimmergand. Okay, well. For now, we need to talk to her. I still want to... I don't want to, like, take a break till I'm done with this town for now. Like, I want to head out and do some stuff in the world.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Hell yeah.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Huh. Alright, well, as always, before I talk to you, I'm going to go through your stuff. You got an Ecology of the Living Lands by Arthur Castell again. No one can explain why the living lands naturally grows and thrives in an unnatural manner. We've seen plant life consume mountains overnight, creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, and beneath it all a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there is some reprisal, almost as if the islands know how to shrug us off. Okay. Hey.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
He's focusing on the wrong problems, that's for sure.
What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Mes Ivèrno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
Well, can we still fight the Dream Scourge?
We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
You talk like you got a vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Nadiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Oh, I mean, not everyone in Adir hates animancy.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giata?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
You think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Want to let her finish?
I don't even know. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Mes Ivèrno. Forever.
Hey, nothing really ends, you know? To think of it as a new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Literally. I mean, will your colleagues even talk to me after all that?
Don't worry. Ignacy can't banish us all. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful.
Met her.
She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Ooh, name dropping, huh? What do you expect to learn?
I'd rather you find that out for yourself. Whatever it is, I won't be disappointed. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Can't collect that.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Yeah, ooh, you got a lot of food in here. I'm only taking the good-looking stuff. Trout pie, no thanks, but I'll take the whole chicken. Alright, then. Ilya was kind of interesting. She runs a farm, as the name implies, that is staffed by the undead. She got zombie farmers. It's kind of wild. What is this one saying? Optional, speak to... Oh, this was... yeah. Yeah, the grave sites could speak to the grain merchant about the stolen food. Finally, somebody uses undead in a fun way. Yeah, it was kind of funny. We came in there and they were like, is it worse that it's more creepy to see the undead not attacking us? But we are sort of... We've done what we can in the city for now. This very small city. I want to head out back into the world. What's weird is she said the docks were southeast, but they're more like directly south of this entrance. But I've been going for like 2.5 hours. I'd like to take a break, snack, stretch, all that other fun stuff. So, quick saving. And I'll be back then.